What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. No! Man in motion, headed right. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Setting up a throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
That's caught for the 1st. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. Oh, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate? I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fumble. If you're the type to believe in omens, well, this is a very worrying start to this game.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Complete right side. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-0 lead. Tyler Lockett the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Guerrero. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pass play coming here. He lets one fly deep downfield. His first throw is an interception. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
He breaks the tackle, and that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Go!
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and throw it here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. On first down, they'll run. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 20-zip lead. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 21-zip already. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 21-0 our score. We'll be back to Baltimore in just a bit. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Has it downfield, working the left. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens are running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
From the 32. Complete out to the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I got to be honest with you, Kate. That's an occasion where a drop would have been a whole lot better than a completion. Couldn't find the way back to the line, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Dropping back to throw. Taking a deep shot here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Has it at the 37. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one in the books is a 48-yard punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the 49ers! Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
From the gun, Garindo. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll go right back to Garindo. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Go.
Gurindo running between the tackles. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. Connection made to Isaac Gurindo. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. The 49ers facing a deficit near the break. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're left with 4th and short. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't go backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
On comes the field goal unit to try this one for the 49ers. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again, the lead 22.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Chooses to bring this one out. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half.
Here we go, here we go.
They put Flowers in motion right. That call going against the offense. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Looking for a throw here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. He was looking for Zay Flowers, and that makes it second and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Room to work at the 35. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready.
Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And it's going to be second down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Mustang 19. Go.
Down the sideline inside the 40. Past the 20. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready? 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. That's complete to Garindo. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. They'll try the right side with Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Back to throw. Finding Pearsall. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
And the Ravens going nickel, third down. They'll throw it. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. No one around. He's got space. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line.
Go. Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a tip drill, intercepted! Picked up by Fred Warner. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown! Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. Trying for it on the ground. And he's going to cross for the score. They trim that deficit down to 14. All right, partner, it's only 1 extra point on the scoreboard, but come on. If you're the team who just turned it over, how much worse is it seeing them add on 2 there instead of just the extra point?
Oh, it stings. I don't think there's any question about it because not only do you not execute offensively, your defense doesn't do it either. So you kind of just smack them both right in the face. And, yeah, that one hurts a little bit more.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Huh.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Ready. Set up. Set go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
65-6.
Throw on 3rd down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted again. That is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
Let's go.
Here's a throw. Dumped off to his running back. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Man in motion here. Brought in right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Okay, ready.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win.
21.
Second and 3 now.
Let's go now.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Set. Go.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. 19 Lions. Ready.
Need a conversion, and they're throwing for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard
Hawk
line.
70. Hawk 70.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go. Set go.
Back to the well again. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Set.
He's dropping back to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready! Hut, hut.
Another chance for him. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. They get 6 on the ground. That sets them up 3rd and goal from the 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2.
Here we
The
go,
Ravens
set.
will line up for the 2-point
18
conversion.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready, ready?
He's throwing for it. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Fred Warner. Well, he looked maybe a little unsure of the call, Brock, and that 2-point try unraveled out there.
Or maybe they were just surprised by the look this defense came out in. Either way, unfortunately, not a whole lot you can do once that ball snapped. Got to find some way to make that call work.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Pierce. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. 49ers trailing by 13. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Pass him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running back, motioning right. Looking to throw it. Hauled in left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To throw it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. From the 33 on second down. Throwing this back in the end zone. And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers get it back to within 6.
49ers 28.
Down a score, less than 45 seconds left. They know they need to get this back. And this is going to be recovered by the Ravens. And they're moments away now from celebrating a win. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Bronco 80.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go!
They'll send him over right. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Ravens gonna give it another go, trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Defense perhaps a little too worried about the pass there, partner, and as a result, they're able to run it in for 2.
It really becomes a numbers game down here. And you see a lot of teams employ this, right? If there's numbers there against the pass, we're going to be committed to running. If they stack the box, we got to be willing to throw it. In this case, it was a numbers advantage and the simplest path for 2 points.
Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But going 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. So it ends as a win for the Ravens.
And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.